Hello guys, today we're going to review the movie Puri for Rent from Vivamax, directed by Christopher Novabos. One of my favorite quotes from wrestling is Ted DiBiase's "Everybody's got a price for the $1,000,000 man." It is utterly depraved and degenerate, that is why it was perfect for his villainous persona. And with what I am seeing on social media nowadays, it seems that his quote has been like a mantra for so many people. For the sake of views or money, people will sell their dignity. I have seen people set themselves on fire, eat feces, and show their naked bodies just for the content and for profit. And to be honest, sometimes we can't really blame those people because they are desperate. Desperate enough to be rid of all shame and dignity. In Puri for Rent, we see that desperation made real in the character of Nancy, played by Aiko Garcia. The movie is about how Nancy tries to cope with her financial struggles after she is fired from her job because she got caught engaging in hanky-panky in the workplace with her boyfriend, who is a security guard of her company. She responds to an ad in the internet, and to her surprise, the job is to be the companion and sex partner of a crippled rich man who has erectile dysfunction, Jasper, played by Van Allen Ong. She initially rejects the offer but eventually relents. It turns out that Nancy is the cure to the erectile dysfunction of Jasper. Things become complicated as she falls in love with Jasper, who turns out to be the subject of schemes hatched by his greedy relatives. Puri for Rent is a little better compared to the recent output of Vivamax. It has a longer runtime, which makes for more characterization and plot development. Of course, a lot of those minutes are devoted to the bed scenes, but what we get is still an improvement. We get better pacing since we don't feel that the movie has to meet a quota of bed scenes. The premise is absurd, but somehow the movie managed to pull it off and not totally irritate me. The story is old and we've seen it countless times before, but I found it kind of tolerable. Aiko Garcia is not a bad actress, but whether she is good has yet to be proven by a consistent track record. She was able to communicate the desperation of her character decently, and her line delivery was satisfactory. She also has an earthy beauty that fit her role. Van Allen Ong, the crippled boss, also delivers a performance that is not a total failure. I could sense the anger and despondency of his character. It is the supporting actors who are in need of better acting lessons. John Mark Marcia and Roxanne Vera played the scheming relatives of Jasper, and they could have been replaced by farm equipment and we might get better acting. Roxanne Vera has no future in the entertainment business. She is run-of-the-mill in terms of looks and aura. Her performance is simply horrible. Mac Morales looked out of his league and should get a proper job instead of appearing in these kinds of movies. The technical aspects of the movie are also below average. The score is forgettable. The camera work is marked by a lack of decisiveness. It felt like the director of photography or cameraman didn't know what he was doing. There were shots that made no sense at all. Nancy entering the compound of Jasper's family showed this. Why did the workers open the gate like they were welcoming the owner of the house? They didn't even ask who she was since it was her first time there. Puri for Rent attempted to rise from the usual level where Vivamax movies wallow, but unfortunately it failed to do so. It does have some merit and not a total waste of time, but there are better choices out there. So that's the review for Puri for Rent from Vivamax. This has been Kulas for Tambe Reviews. Thank you for watching. Keep on playing.